Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel Magnetize Official. As you know, here at Magnetize Official, we focus on delivering insightful readings that can guide you toward new directions in life. These messages have the power to enhance both your present and future. So, before we dive in, take a moment to check if you've subscribed to the channel yet. Our goal is to hit 20,000 subscribers, and your support would mean the world to us. Now, I won't keep you waiting any longer. Let's jump right into today's reading. Are you ready? Drop a "Yes, I am ready" in the comments to join the flow. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to explore today. Usually, I get some kind of preview or download beforehand. But today, we're just going to trust the process and let the energy reveal itself. That said, something interesting caught my attention as I began recording. I kept seeing stars. This might hold a special meaning for someone here. Whether it's a symbol, a sign, or just a personal connection to the stars, it could be worth reflecting on. If this resonates with you, take a moment to explore what that might mean. There's also a strong sense that someone here might find their creativity or inspiration particularly flowing at night, when the stars are out or the moon is shining bright. If you've ever felt like your best ideas come under the cover of darkness, this could be a sign that nighttime energy is key to unlocking something powerful within you. On top of that, I picked up the name Lawrence, which could hold significance for someone here. It might be the name of a person, or maybe the letters L, A, W, R, T, E, N, or C stand out to you in some way, whether it's initials, a place, or something else. As always, when I channel specific names or details like this, remember to take only what resonates with you personally. Your journey is yours alone, and your intuition is the best guide. My role is to help you connect with that inner voice and support you on your path. Now, let's move on to the card we have here, the Eight of Wands in reverse. This is an interesting energy, and I'm sensing that someone, possibly connected to you, is going through a bit of a reality check. It feels like they've been hit with something sudden or unexpected, almost like a wake-up call. It's not a gentle nudge, but a truth that hits you right in the face, demanding your attention. For some of you, this could be someone in your life who's facing something they've been avoiding, or maybe it's a truth they've been resisting acknowledging until now. For others, this energy could be playing out in your own life. You might be having a moment of clarity or experiencing a sudden shift in perspective that feels almost jolting. Whether it's an external situation or something internal, this card suggests an abrupt awakening or realization. Even though I'm channeling specific messages, it's important to remember that we all carry both divine masculine and divine feminine energies within ourselves. These energies aren't just about relationships with others. They can also reflect what's happening within. So, when I mention energies like the divine masculine or divine feminine, it doesn't necessarily mean it's referring to someone else in your life. It could be pointing to a shift or awakening happening within you, where you're being called to reconnect with or balance these energies inside. It's also possible that the message is reflecting how external situations are mirroring something within you. Now, let's talk about the Seven of Swords. This card often comes up when someone is ready to confess or come clean about something they've been avoiding for a while. It's linked to the sacral chakra, which is all about intimacy, emotions, and personal connections. The word avoidant is coming through, and I'm picking up that there's someone, likely someone you're connected to, who's been avoiding dealing with something related to you. Whether it's avoiding their feelings or not facing the truth, for most of you, I feel this is tied to a romantic relationship, though for some of you, It could involve a platonic connection as well. If this is about a romantic relationship, I sense that this person feels like the connection between you two has started to lose its momentum. They may have been holding back, keeping a distance, and not fully committing, almost like they had one foot in and one foot out. This kind of behavior suggests they wanted to stay connected, but didn't want to fully invest or take things to the next level. It's a classic example of avoidant behavior where they've been hesitant to dive in fully. Here's the thing. It feels like this avoidance is finally catching up with them. The energy has shifted, and now they can't keep avoiding the situation any longer. Maybe you've started to pull away, either emotionally or physically. You might have set new boundaries or made some changes in your life that have made them realize they can't keep things on a surface level anymore. For some of you, it could even be that you've started to explore other interests or someone else, especially if this is a romantic situation. Whatever the case, it seems like this person is now facing the consequences of their past actions. I keep hearing the phrase, reaping what they've sown, which suggests they're dealing with the fallout from how they treated you in the past. Perhaps they kept you at arm's length, not making you feel like a priority, or kept things casual and superficial. But what's really happening beneath the surface is that they've been avoiding their own feelings. They were afraid of getting too close, opening up emotionally, or dealing with the vulnerability that comes with intimacy. This person might have used humor or kept things light and playful as a defense mechanism. They kept the relationship at surface level, never allowing for a deeper emotional connection because deep down, they were afraid to really feel anything. The fear of facing their own emotions and confronting their fears around intimacy is what led them to keep things at a distance. Now, that avoidance is no longer an option. For those of you listening, I'm picking up that you've grown weary of this ongoing pattern. You've reached a point where you no longer want to keep investing your energy into someone who isn't fully present or isn't treating you with the attention and respect you deserve. The word detachment is coming through, so you may have recently done something to emotionally detach from this person, maybe a cord cutting or setting firm boundaries to protect your own energy. Whatever you did to create this emotional distance, whether it was pulling back, setting boundaries, or acting more indifferent towards them, this has been a wake-up call for them. It's like a reality check, and in their mind, they may be realizing they've missed out on what they're calling the opportunity of a lifetime. Why? Because you're someone who embodies the energy of the Six of Coins. You have this incredibly generous and beautiful energy. You give freely of your time, your kindness, your wisdom. I'm hearing that if anyone ever asks for advice, you're always more than happy to share it. But you've also learned the importance of balanced energy exchange. While this person might have noticed your generosity, what they failed to recognize is that you only continue to give in long-term exchanges that are balanced. It's almost like they took for granted the gifts you were offering. Now, take this as it resonates, whether it was your time, your space, your energy, or communication. What you were really giving them was so much more than that. At the core, you were offering them energy from your heart chakra, an openness and warmth that's infused into everything you do, everything you say, and everything you create. So, whatever you gave them, whether it was your words, your gifts, or just your presence, you were truly infusing it with heart-centered energy. That's what they failed to fully appreciate. And now, with your detachment, they're finally starting to feel the weight of what they've lost. I keep picking up on this connection, feeling very one-sided. It seems like this person may have shared a lot about their own life, talking about their day, their experiences. But you, on the other hand, remained somewhat of a mystery to them. I'm hearing that this is the type of person who might talk about themselves for a while, without necessarily asking you much about your own life. This could be very specific for a few of you, but it feels like they weren't really interested in digging deeper into who you are. I'm also hearing the sign Taurus, so this could be someone with Taurus energy or even someone who resonates with the months of April or May. They might also have that grounded earth sign quality, very connected to the physical and material aspects of life, perhaps not as open to abstract or spiritual concepts. However, here's the interesting thing. While they might appear to be 100% closed off to ideas like soulmates, energy, vibration, or manifestation, I feel that you'd be surprised by just how open they actually are. In fact, they may be quietly researching or exploring these ideas on their own without telling you. You might catch subtle hints of it, like they might drop words like manifest or use certain language that gives away their interest in these spiritual concepts. It's almost like they're showing you, in tiny, indirect ways, that they're more open-minded than they seem. They may not openly admit it, but their words or actions might reveal just how much they're starting to explore or connect with these ideas, even if it's behind the scenes. With the cards Big Happy Changes, the World, and Opportunity appearing, it's clear that someone is eager for a second chance with you. There's this sense of urgency on their end. They're actively seeking a way to move things forward with you. For some of them, it feels like an opportunity they didn't take before, and now they're trying to make up for lost time, almost like they want to rewrite the past with you. What's interesting is that when you first crossed paths, this person may have kept their distance, or even made it seem like they weren't all that interested. Maybe others even warned you that they weren't serious, or that they were just playing games. But over time, your energy has become impossible for them to resist. I'm hearing the word crystal, which could be a name or perhaps a connection to crystals if that's something you're into. But what's really happening here is that the more they've gotten to know you, the more they've found themselves drawn to your energy, almost in a way they didn't even fully realize at first. They might have kept this secret, not fully aware of how magnetic you are to them. But when you started pulling back, whether by limiting your communication or giving them less of your energy, that's when it hit them. That's when they realized just how hooked they were on you. They may have even felt a bit blindsided by how deeply they had become attached to your presence. I also picked up the name Matt, though it could be just initials, M, A, or T, that might hold some significance here. The Four of Coins reversed indicates that this person, who I'm sensing a lot of masculine energy from, has been holding on to something from their past for quite a while. I'll refer to them as the divine masculine. But remember, these labels aren't tied to gender. They represent energies that we all carry. So, take it in a way that resonates most for you personally. When you first crossed paths with this person, I feel there was an opportunity for them to release something from their past in order to move forward with you. There was a moment when they could have let go of something holding them back, but they hesitated. For many of them, it could have been a past heartbreak or an old relationship that still had a grip on them. Alternatively, it might have been outdated beliefs or a way of life that no longer served them. Whatever it was, there was something they were meant to release. For the sake of this reading, I'll refer to you as the Divine Feminine, as I sense that many of you are currently embodying that energy. However, use whatever label feels most aligned with your experience. When you first met this person, they were meant to release whatever was holding them back. For many, it was a past relationship or heartbreak that had left them emotionally guarded. But rather than letting go, they chose to hold on. I sense that, on some intuitive level, you, divine feminine, were aware of this. You could feel that they weren't fully ready to move forward with you because they were still tied to something from their past. This likely made you feel undervalued, especially since you could sense that while they enjoyed having you in their life, they weren't yet ready to fully commit. It was almost like they were keeping one foot in the past while trying to show up in the present with you. They weren't listening to their intuition or ready to release what was holding them back. Now, with the Four of Pentacles reversed coming up in connection to the third eye chakra, which is all about intuition, it shows that a major shift is taking place in the divine masculine energy. They're going through a rapid transformation. It's like shedding an old skin. This is the release of an outdated version of themselves, one that was still attached to something or someone from their past, preventing them from fully moving forward toward you. Right now, all they can think about is the Six of Wands, which represents success and victory. Success with you. A big part of this wake-up moment for them is realizing just how much you, divine feminine, have going for you. You have so many opportunities and options in your life, and your energy is magnetic. People are drawn to you naturally. While the divine masculine may have sensed this subconsciously, I feel that before this shift, they didn't fully realize or appreciate just how desirable your energy is, or how rare it is to consistently have access to your time, attention, and presence. They might have taken this connection for granted, not truly understanding the gift it is to connect with you in this way. It's almost like this person was keeping you in a state of limbo, where you found yourself emotionally or mentally attached, while they weren't offering the same level of commitment or exclusivity in return. I'm hearing the phrase, being put on hold, which suggests that some of you divine feminines may have felt as though you were in a waiting game. You were ready to give more, but they weren't fully showing up for you in the same way. This sense of being in limbo may have left you feeling uncertain, wondering when, or even if, their energy would match yours. But now, with this wake-up call, it's like the divine masculine has had an eye-opening moment. It's almost as if they've realized, I didn't even know I was in competition here. They may have been so caught up in their own ego that they assumed they had full control over your attention and devotion. Perhaps they believed that you were solely dedicated to them, thinking that you would always be there, waiting for them to show up fully. But now, something has shifted. It's like the veil has lifted, and they see the situation clearly for the first time. Whether it was a moment of realization or a new insight, they're coming to understand that you, divine feminine, know your worth. You are fully aware of the value of your time, energy, and presence, and you're no longer willing to settle for situations that aren't aligned with that self-awareness. You're not the type to chase after something that doesn't give back what you're putting in, whether it's love, respect, or energy. You have options. Whether it's in your love life, career, or the many directions your path could take, you're confident that there are other opportunities available to you. You don't need to stay in a situation that feels unfulfilling. You know that there are people, experiences, and paths out there that will honor your energy in ways this connection may not have. And that's not to say it has to be romantic. It could be a job, a family member, or even a friendship where you've realized that your value was being overlooked. But most importantly, divine feminine, you are doing the deep work. You are healing, especially with your inner child, and you're learning to go where you are truly valued. You're learning to honor yourself and your needs, and as you do this, you're stepping into a space where the relationships around you will reflect that newfound sense of self-respect. Even though this person may deeply see and respect your worth, there's still something in their ego that prevents them from always expressing it in the way you deserve. They may have admiration for you on a soul level, but that doesn't always translate into outward expression. They may hold those feelings of respect and affection for you internally, but they don't always speak those feelings out loud. Maybe because they're unsure of how to approach you now, or because their own fears or insecurities are holding them back. Still, deep down, they know they're not the only one vying for your attention. And now, they have to reckon with that truth. Now, with the 10 of Swords reversed, I'm picking up on the feeling of someone having dug their own grave. In other words, they've found themselves in a situation where the consequences of their actions are now catching up with them. I feel like this person had several chances to really connect with you, Divine Feminine, but they missed the opportunity to solidify things. Perhaps when you were ready to make things official or exclusive. You might have even tried to have that conversation, to set some kind of commitment, but they avoided it. Now it's like a light has turned on for them, and they're starting to see just how much they've lost in not stepping up. Regret is setting in, especially with the 5 of Cups coming through. They're reflecting on what could have been, but unfortunately, they may have let their fears or pride stand in the way. This person has unknowingly created their own predicament by staying stuck in their ego, holding on to past wounds, and avoiding the necessary growth. They didn't let go of old issues or fears that could have allowed them to move forward with you. And now they're waking up to the reality of what they've done, what they've missed. There's a sense of frustration, but at the same time, it's an important turning point for them. This is a healing moment, one where they're being called to put their ego aside and approach things with more vulnerability and authenticity. Emotional vulnerability seems to be a big challenge for them, possibly due to past avoidance patterns or fears of getting hurt, but now they're being faced with the opportunity to break through that wall. It's a heavy, complex process, and I can sense that there's a lot happening beneath the surface for them right now, as they work through their emotions and their own internal resistance. Now, as we look at the Justice card in reverse, we see that this is a major karmic clearing taking place in your life, Divine Feminine. I'm hearing loud and clear that if there's anything in your life that's carrying residual karmic energy, whether that's a job, a situation, a place, a friendship, or a connection, anything that's been draining you at your core is being uprooted. These karmic situations are starting to come to light, and it's time for them to be cleared away. Maybe they've been lingering beneath the surface, subtly draining your energy or preventing you from focusing on your true dreams and desires. But now, the universe is giving you the opportunity to release these heavy energies and create space for your true purpose to unfold. This karmic clearing is not just about removing what no longer serves you. It's also about reclaiming your power, your energy, and your ability to fully pursue the life you've been working so hard to create. This clearing is significant. It's about more than just ending draining connections or situations. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional weight of those past experiences and allowing yourself to truly focus on what matters most: your personal growth, your happiness, and your highest potential. You deserve to be in spaces, both physically and energetically, that support your well-being and your goals. As these karmic energies dissolve, you will start to notice more peace, clarity, and alignment in your life. And what's even more exciting is that as you clear away these blocks, you'll open up to new opportunities that are more aligned with your soul's true calling. Anything in your life that's been draining your energy is being uprooted, sometimes even in ways that feel out of your control. When certain people, connections, or situations exit your life, it can leave you feeling confused or questioning, why did this have to end? Or Why did this person have to suddenly disappear from my reality? I get the sense that for some of you, this karmic clearing may feel like it's happening before you're fully ready for it. I can feel chills as I channel this energy. It's as if your spirit guides are saying, it's time for this to go. It's time for you to release this person, this pattern, this situation, and they're either making it so clear that you have no choice but to take action, or they're gently but firmly removing it from your life altogether. I want to reassure you, if you're feeling concerned or unsure about what's leaving your life right now, this message is likely for you. Some of these shifts might have already occurred or are in the process of happening. Perhaps certain people, connections, or circumstances have suddenly shifted, or maybe you've pulled back from spending time with them, or they've simply drifted away. I'm picking up on something specific here, a person with a strong victimhood mindset who may be portraying you in a negative light. This could be someone who has been spreading untrue narratives about you or painting you as the villain in their story. It's important to remember that this individual may not even realize what they're doing and may not be intentionally trying to hurt you. They could genuinely believe they're in the right, but from a higher perspective, the truth is different. I sense that you did try to be there for this person. You may have been a crutch, a support, or even a bridge for them during a difficult time in their life. You tried to help them through their darkness, through their wounds, but they're not yet ready to face those wounds. There's a deep resistance to healing in them, and their pride and arrogance, an inflated ego, are stopping them from doing the necessary shadow work to grow. This person may not understand that their lack of willingness to face their own pain has created a disconnect, and they might be projecting their unresolved issues onto you. But the key takeaway here is that you have done your part. You've offered what you could, and now it's time for you to let go and trust that the universe is clearing the path for you. This person's journey is their own, and it's not your responsibility to carry them through their healing. The release may be painful, but it's a crucial step toward freeing yourself from that drain of energy, allowing you to move forward into more aligned, fulfilling experiences. I don't usually like to focus too much on one individual, but your guides are really bringing something to light here, because it feels like this person has been subtly pulling at your energy. Whether through emotional manipulation, making you feel guilty, or pulling on your heartstrings to get more of your time and attention than you'd normally offer, this person might have subtly drawn you into their world. Perhaps they've recently hurt you with something they said, or maybe they've withdrawn, leaving you confused and unsure about where you stand with them. This behavior is a sign that they're avoiding their own inner work and shadows, and it's starting to affect you. What I sense now is that connecting with you in the physical world was actually a wake-up call for them. But instead of growing from it, they've become more of an energy drain. This person may even be distracting you from stepping into your true power and potential, which is why they're being temporarily pulled away from your life. Your spirit guides are orchestrating this divine disconnect, giving you space to rediscover your own strength and purpose without this energy drain. Every connection has the potential to evolve and grow. So while it's possible that you could reconnect with this person at some point, especially if that's something you consciously desire, it's becoming clear that their energy may have been subtly holding you back. Whether it's in a romantic context or otherwise, this connection might have been preventing you from reaching the peace, happiness, and stability you deserve. For some of you, this person may have even been keeping you from aligning with a more compatible soul or preventing true union with someone who better matches your energy. But again, only take that if it resonates with your experience. What I'm feeling strongly here is that at some level, This person may have been unknowingly standing in the way of your true happiness. You may not have realized it at the time, but when you were around them, you may have felt a sense of creative block or noticed that your manifesting abilities didn't flow as easily. Their energy could have been draining you, whether you were consciously aware of it or not. The key message from your guides is this: go where you're honored, where you're loved, and where you're seen for the full, powerful being you are. Don't settle for anything less than that. Trust that the space being created in your life right now is allowing room for the people and opportunities that will truly nurture and empower you. As I say this, I can feel a deep wave of emotion because I'm picking up on something very real here. For many of you, there's been this recurring pattern in your life of feeling deeply misunderstood. It's like you've always had this sense that you didn't quite fit in, like there was something fundamentally different about you, something that others just couldn't fully grasp or appreciate. I'm hearing the word outcast, and for some of you, that may resonate. You've always been a bit of a misfit, not in a negative way, but because of the unique qualities you carry, whether it's the way you look, the way you think, or how you express yourself. People may have even labelled you as weird, just because your energy didn't align with their expectations of what's normal. But let me remind you of something incredibly important. Your uniqueness is your strength. That weirdness is your beautiful essence shining through, and it's what sets you apart in the most powerful way. It's something that others, once they truly see you, will admire. You've always had this incredible intuition, this ability to feel and sense energies that others can't even fathom. You have the gift of seeing people for who they really are, understanding them in ways most people can't even begin to imagine. But with that gift comes a challenge: being misunderstood, unseen, or unappreciated by others. I know this might sound heavy, but I also know many of you will deeply relate. You have the incredible ability to make others feel seen and comfortable in their own skin, yet, at the same time, you often feel judged or not fully acknowledged for who you truly are. That's a tough place to be, and it can leave you feeling isolated or uncertain. In the past, especially with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, I feel that this dynamic may have shaken your sense of security. You might have started to question yourself or give away your power to the opinions of others. You might have wondered, is there something wrong with me? Particularly when you tried to explain your dreams, your heart, or your true self, only to find that your words didn't quite land. It's like speaking your truth and having it feel lost in translation, leaving you feeling misunderstood and even more isolated. The reason you felt this way, though, is because you've been sent here to teach a new kind of language, the language of love, inspiration, and higher consciousness. This is a language that, while it has the power to connect and open hearts, isn't one that most people are used to hearing. You're vibrating at a much higher frequency than those around you, and while you are gently guiding others toward more conscious ways of living, not everyone is able to meet you at that level just yet. It's like you're speaking a language that others aren't familiar with, and while they may want to understand, it will take time for them to catch up. But here's the truth. This is your gift. Your guides are asking you to trust that you are ahead of the curve, even if that sometimes makes you feel a bit out of place. You're bringing in a new kind of energy into the world, and not everyone is ready for it yet. That's why it may feel like you don't quite fit in sometimes. But that's not because there's anything wrong with you. It's because you're here to bring change, to shift the energy, and to help others evolve into higher states of consciousness. And that is no small task. It takes time. I know that this path can feel lonely at times, but I want you to know that you're exactly where you need to be. Your essence is a blessing, and you have so much to offer the world. The more you embrace who you truly are, the more you will attract people and opportunities that are in alignment with your energy, people who honor you, appreciate you, and see you for exactly who you are. Keep going to the places where you feel loved, where you are seen, and trust that the right people will find their way to you. You are not alone on this journey. You're teaching those around you a whole new language, a language of love, inspiration, and infinite possibility. The more you step into your true, authentic self, the more you'll naturally lead others toward their own higher potential as well. A big shift is unfolding right now, symbolized by the Two of Swords upright. This card represents a divide between the 3D world, the physical, material reality, and the 5D, which is a higher state of consciousness focused on unconditional love, abundance, and manifestation. Right now, you're vibrating at that 5D frequency, aligned with love, positivity, and the boundless energy of creation. As you rise into this higher vibration, you might start to notice a growing distance between you and those who are still anchored in the 3D world. People who are stuck in fear, negativity, or a victim mindset may find it difficult to connect with you, and you might notice it becoming harder to connect with them as well. This may be what's happening with someone in your life who has caused you emotional pain, or whose connection with you has grown distant. The disconnect you're feeling could be a reflection of the larger divide between the 3D and 5D realms. When you're aligned with such elevated energy, it becomes more challenging to maintain a strong connection with someone who is still deeply entangled in their limiting beliefs and negative patterns. Support this journey by interacting with the content. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Magnetize Official. Your engagement helps expand this loving and supportive community, and it ensures you won't miss future readings packed with wisdom and inspiration. And if you'd like to show some extra love and help the channel grow, you can send a super thanks. Your support means the world to me. Thank you for joining me today on this voyage of discovery and personal transformation. May you move forward with courage, clarity, and a deep trust in the incredible journey unfolding before you. Until we connect again, lovely souls, sending you love, light, and boundless faith in the beauty of your unique path.